Okay, hello. Okay, I'm a bit nervous. This is my first YouTube video that I'm filming. So it's not going to be the greatest quality in the world. I'm literally filming this on my phone and I don't even have a tripod for it. It's leaned up against a video camera on my desk facing me, but I've tried my best. I've put a little blue light up there. Also put something in the background as well. I don't know, okay, I was going for a type of Andy King vibe, you know, with the video in the back. I also don't have a mic. Yeah, I don't have a mic. Actually, I'm gonna close the window. Okay, hopefully that's better. I don't know if it makes a difference. But there's a bit of construction work going on outside. Also, I'm talking off of the script. Wouldn't have been able to do it without this script. I spent like 3 days writing it. So, and I'm not really sure how to speak in videos without it sounding like a speech. But yeah, anyway, okay. Moving on. Do you ever worry about the products you've bought being tampered with? Do you ever worry about a small child sticking their greasy little iPad kid fingers into your makeup before you've even bought it? This could have happened to you. Can't wait. Oh, flip. Oh my god, this is so hard. The Yanks seem to be facing an epidemic of 10 to 12-year-olds running around shops, makeup stores, that better known as Sephora. In England, which obviously, as you can tell by my accent, I am from England, we don't have many Sephoras, at least I don't think so. When I searched it up, there were 5 shops that came up, and 2 of them are in London. Oh yeah, sorry for any background noise, that I have chinchillas, and they just sort of jump around the cage. Anyway, because we don't really see anything like this, like even in shops such as Boots and Superdrug and all the other makeup shops, I'm not really well versed because I don't particularly go in makeup shops. So we don't have any of those grubby little testers with like all the makeup spat out of it and everything. And either way, I don't go near. Either way, I don't go near testers for the same reasons I don't go near hand dryers. So dirty. If you use a hand dryer, I genuinely don't want to step within 100 feet of you, because that video where they put the Petri dish under the... Anyway, these kids, they're a general nuisance to anybody in their vicinity. But who's to blame for their unruly actions? Is it social media? Is it their parents? Is it the kids themselves? Now, you've probably seen many other videos like this 6 months or so ago from creators such as Funky Frog Bay, Drama Queen, Luke Kono, which, personal favourite. I sent him a DM on Instagram and I was like, hey, I don't know how to write scripts, could you help me? And he sent me some tips and it was actually really useful. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't even have a script. I would have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, those creators are, just to mention, my favourite videos on this topic amongst many, many other videos, okay? Also, I'm sure you've seen the immense amount of TikToks by Sephora staff. It's actually insane. I do still occasionally get Sephora videos pop up onto my For You page, even though it's been like 6 months. It's been half a year since all of this like came up, basically. Obviously, I am well aware that this is stale news. My excuse to being so late is because this is my first video and I really had no idea what to make my first video on, so I just thought, oh, this will work. It works. Yeah, also, no one's gonna see this. no one's gonna see this because obviously first video doesn't usually go well. I'm hoping for at least 10 views. That's my goal. Anyway, so what's been happening? What are Sephora 10-year-olds? Well, they are what seems to be the spawn of Satan himself. Okay? Many workers in Sephora have come out to share their negative experiences with these little demon children creature things. Small children. Kids running rampant in shops, causing havoc by mixing like the testers together and calling them tester smoothies. They're acting like they're a little witch making like beauty potions or whatever. That's kind of how I see it. This is almost like Gen Alpha's version of when Gen Z, my generation, as you can tell, used to make like potions out of just random stuff around the house. I remember when I was younger, my brother helped me make like, I can't remember why I made it. I'm sure there was a purpose. But it had like banana, baking soda, probably like dirt and shampoo and that. And then I gave it to my dad and I was like, drink this. But obviously he didn't drink it. He knew better than to drink a questionable concoction that like a little 7-year-old just like, hey, drink this. You know, no one's gonna drink that. Obviously we did this with household products and not public testers that's made for anybody to just put on their face. You know, like, you shouldn't do that. It's just ruining testers, and then they have to like throw them away and put new ones in, and then that's just like annoying or whatever. And not to mention their incredibly rude attitude towards staff members.
They started knocking stuff off the Glow recipe shelf. They didn't shatter anything, but they were knocking stuff down and laughing. Now this poor Sephora worker, she went up to the little girls and she was like, hi guys, you guys can't be doing that, blah, 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 blah. The girl looks at the lady, the one with the full basket, not the other friend. Are you like 10 years old? Why is your hair pink? My jaw dropped. I'm like, whose kid is this? Whose kid is this?
Imagine being 12 and talking to anyone with such disrespect, let alone an adult. They aren't getting paid enough to deal with you, your kid. Talk about respecting your elders, okay? When I was that age, I couldn't even order like food at a restaurant. I couldn't speak to any strangers, and I still struggle to now. I feel like the line's changed a little bit. Flip, I think it's golden hour. Anyway, and of course, there's that very infamous video of Sephora kids doing blackface with the foundation testers, which we don't need to talk about why that's bad. I'm sure everybody knows. Now the thing is, social media has played a huge part in this. There's no denying it. It seems as though the ages that kids are getting phones seem to drop lower and lower. Personally, I got my phone at the end of year 6. But now you see 6-year-olds on their phone who are like year 1, I think that is. I don't know what the grades are in America. Don't ask me about grades, I have no idea. Now you see 6-year-olds sitting with an iPad the size of their entire torso at the middle of like a family dinner at a restaurant. They're just sort of blankly staring at it and tapping on it. I don't understand how parents let their kids do this. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute in my head. Every time I've even slightly whipped my phone out at the table, like at a restaurant, my brother's like, no, you need to put that down. And then I say 1 minute, and then I put it away. Parents are giving their children phones at such a young age because of how impressionable these kids are, like their brains. They will just consume anything that you put in front of them. They'll just eat it all up, you know? Young girls, obviously, they're watching influencers well into their 20s, into their 30s, doing get ready with me's or like a clothes haul.
Get ready with me. Get ready with me. Get ready with me.
I really hope that this video doesn't like stop halfway. I don't have a lot of storage in my phone. Anyway, let's watch.
I just got out of the shower. Man, that was a good shower. They have little faces. Now let's get into my skincare. First things first, I have to wet my face. Perfecto. It has cheeks. Let's open you up. Press it.
Okay, my PC's running low.
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is so cute. Man, that is so cute. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Okay, now I'm sure. Hold on, wait. I'm just gonna plug my laptop in. Right. This girl is 6. Wait, how old is she? Is she 6? So the caption says, nighttime skincare for 6-year-olds. She's 6, but she's acting a lot older for her age. Obviously, no 6-year-old should be acting like this, like makeup beauty influencer. A lot of kids are wanting to seem older and more adult because a lot of what they're consuming and watching is adults. It's adults. To be fair, every generation has like wanted to grow up, but it's never been to this almost extreme. Obviously social media really boosts it, but when my generation was younger, it was very much the same. We wanted, I think more for us it was we wanted to be like teenagers, we didn't want to be like adults. Well, for me it was anyway. Which is actually, I'm feeling old saying that. Even though obviously I know I'm not old. I do have a couple of forehead, ooh, let's not. Obviously this isn't the influencer's fault because they don't have control over who's watching their videos, over who's consuming it. That goes to the creators that aren't going like, oh, skibbity toilet, which all of my friends say what the sick and or like, oh, skibbity toilet Riz. Shut up, okay? I'm sorry if you're watching this, my friends, shut up. Stop the brain rot, okay? It makes me uncomfortable. To be fair, I have started saying demure. But demure's different, okay? It's demure, you know? But really, who are the ones giving these kids phones? It's the parents. You're right. Some parents today would rather stick an iPad in their kids' hands than to sit down and talk and play with them, simply because it's easier. Everybody knows that it's vital to a child's mental development to have meaningful social interaction. It's so important that kids learn how to communicate and talk to each other in a healthy manner, and obviously they're not going to learn how to do that if their parents aren't teaching them, aren't talking to them, and just giving them something to look at. Like, yeah, I guess it is easier, but as a parent, you should, and I know people are like,
oh, if you don't have kids, you shouldn't tell people how to parent.
I think that everyone should, get at least somewhat of a say, because I don't understand, like, why can't you just sit and talk to your kid? It's not that hard. Like, I thought you liked your kid, do you not want to speak to them? I mean, obviously, I don't fully understand, I'm not a parent, but I'm just saying, I think if I was brought up that way, I would be vastly different. I probably wouldn't even have a social set of skills. And I do have a social set of skills, might be pretty small, but I do. Also, kids now, instead of stealing their mother's makeup, like what we used to do, my generation. I hate to sound like one of those people who are like, oh, my generation's better than yours. But like, this is Gen Alpha that we're talking about. This is Gen Alpha, the ones that are literally illiterate. They're being allowed to use their parents' money to basically buy whatever they want. I've seen so many kids buy like retinol products. Obviously they don't need retinol. It's for anti-aging. You're a kid. Your skin hasn't even had time to think about summoning wrinkles on your face. It's bad if you're a child to use, because obviously you don't have wrinkles. It's just going to damage your face and give you wrinkles if you... Well, I'm pretty sure that's how it worked. I should probably look that up. Oh my god, I forgot what I was going to search up. Oh yes. This is from harpersbazaar.com. It is unnecessary, plus poses safety concerns due to their skin being more sensitive and susceptible to irritation and sun damage. There we go, we've got our answer. These parents are the ones who are buying their kids things that is damaging to their skin. Fair enough if you don't know that they have retinol in, but you should be looking at what your kid is getting. You should be reviewing it, making sure that it's safe for them. Maybe don't spend like hundreds of pounds.
When was the last time a PC truly...
Like, they don't need it. They don't need a skincare routine. They already have a nice clear face. Oh, that was looking a bit cosplayish. They have clear skin. They don't have any spots. So they're not going to get spots until they're like 13, right? Or like 12 or whatever. I think I was 12 when I first started getting spots. The parents that allow their kids to be disrespectful to not only staff, but to them as well, they need to grow a backbone. They need to grow a backbone, because how are you letting your kid, who is like however many years younger than you, like boss around anybody within the 10-meter radius that they're in? I've got a video here. No one's saying that little girls can't be girly or want to look like their mum, but they shouldn't be looking like their mum. They're a kid and they need to experience their youth, and they need to... I miss being a child. I miss being a little kid, and I didn't have any worries. Well, I did, but they shouldn't be wishing that they look like an adult when they're a child. Again, this is probably due to social media, because a lot of things what they're seeing, they're adults. Almost everything that they consume is an adult, at least on social media, obviously, unless you're like watching CBBC or CBBS or whatever. I watched it growing up. It's great. Get your kids off social media and make them watch CBBS or CBBC, because it's better. Yeah, this mum seems to just be missing the entire point. She's missing the reason why people are annoyed at these entitled girls, and it's because of their attitude, and probably yours as well if you're not teaching your kid basic respect. Maybe even the kids should clean up the testers after they've used it. I'll see if I can find it, but I found this video of like, it was like a 12-year-old, and she was doing the testers review, but then she wiped it. How easy is it to pick up a wipe, and that looks a little odd. On to the next video. Again, okay, yeah, we're not going to watch the whole video because it is a minute and a half long. But yeah, it's basically this girl just sort of going around Sephora, sort of teaching any other kid who's wanting to go to Sephora how you should treat the place with respect. Come to Sephora with my 9-year-old. This video is perfectly demonstrating how you should act in Sephora. And if you are going to take your kids out to Sephora, you need to at least teach them respect. Like, obviously what this mother did, and she obviously did a great job. Obviously this segment isn't to tell parents, throw your kids' makeup away. Crack their phones and their iPads and throw them in the bin. No. But what I am saying is that is that parents need to sit down, talk to their children about respect, maybe even experiment with your own makeup, the mother's makeup, or the fathers. We're inclusive here. Give them and say, hey, you can experiment with this, but I don't necessarily want to be spending a lot of money on this for you, and you don't need this makeup because you're beautiful as you are. Right? Limit screen time. Maybe just don't even let them have social media, or maybe just give them a phone till they're in year 7. I think the perfect age to get a phone is for year 7, which is, excuse me, I can't remember. But with everything that we've talked about today, it is mostly the parents' fault, because they're the ones who aren't monitoring what they're watching. They're the ones who aren't teaching them basic human decency. But yes, of course, none of this would be happening without social media. To bring this video to an end, gosh, I've been filming for almost 40 minutes. Thank you for watching, especially to this long. I know it's really hard to watch a YouTuber's first video, but thank you for giving me a chance, actually. I really appreciate that. If you would like to like and subscribe, that would be really great. That would be really great. Also, hello to my brother. I know that he, hopefully he'll be watching this.
Not hopefully, he will be watching this because I'm going to make him.
Also, I'm filming this with my front camera because I'm self-conscious and I don't want to look bad, but eventually I'll probably start using the back camera. That concludes the video.